Hi, this is Dan. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Okay, so an update on where we're at with the sandrail. So I've had it filled up with transmission fluid and some, what's that stuff called again? It's called acetone. So acetone and transmission fluid, I put it in the cylinders, I put it in the engine, and it's been in there for probably 4 days. Today I'm gonna pop the heads off and the cylinders out, and then I'm gonna take the actual engine out. So in the meantime, I did both rear brakes. The brakes are working good now. I fixed the shifter mechanism most likely. I haven't been able to climb up in this thing to check. Repacked the front bearings. So the front bearings are taken care of, and now I don't have any movement in them. They don't have front brakes. They don't even have front shocks on this thing, which is goofy, but I guess for the speeds this thing goes, not a big deal. I put some attachment points for the tow bar, because my regular Volkswagen tow bar doesn't fit on the bottom tube like normal because of where the frame is. But I picked up this tow bar for 25 bucks. Really nice, and that should work real well. Next on the agenda is to start tearing the engine down and seeing what we got to work with. All I know at this point is that it has some really nice empty heads on it, and it's filthy, but we're going to clean it. I don't think that it's an old rebuild. I think this has probably been rebuilt and then just abused and left outside basically for 6 years. But the block is, the block's really nice. I don't see a lot of chewing up like corrosion and that kind of stuff like I sometimes see. So this could be a really nice motor. We're gonna find out once I get the jugs off. So I'll get back with you right then. Okay, so just popped the oil cover down. I don't think I've ever seen that much. I assume that's corrosion. Yeah, it's like aluminum. Well, it's probably magnesium corrosion. So I'm starting to get a little concerned as to what I'm going to find inside the block. It's probably cleanable, but I guess I won't know till I get it down. So just gonna keep going here and see what we find. Okay, so starting to pull the head off right now. A little bit of banging. One of the cylinders is coming off with the head, which I'm okay with. It's looking a little better from this aspect. I'll show you in a second what it looks like inside, but the inside doesn't look that bad, which is good. And I don't know, I'm starting to see better stuff, as I kind of figured. I figured this has to have some high performance stuff in it. Okay, so heads off. Looks pretty normal. We got one cylinder that needs a little bit of banging to get off. Doesn't look that bad in there on this side. So it's just filthy. Let me pull this other cylinder off and then I'll show you the inside of the block. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think the engine's physically turning yet because of the flywheel, but let me show you inside. So let's see if I can get a flashlight over here. Hold on. Where did I put that flashlight? Oh, there it is. Okay. So, I mean, that doesn't look that bad in there, really. I mean, there was a lot of detritus at the bottom, but everything looks pretty okay inside. I was looking at the cam. Cam looks okay. There's no rust on the inside of the engine, so that's good. And the, let's see. Hold on a sec. I'm going to check like if there's any play. No, that feels really good. Yeah, it all feels tight. So I'm gonna keep going here. And then after we take the other one off, I mean the rings look good, everything looks real good. Pistons look good. So this might be as good as I think it is, and I'll bet you everything's locked up from the flywheel from corrosion, would be my guess. But we'll find out. Okay, so this is the inside of cylinder number 1. It's a mixed bag. I think it doesn't look pitted to me. It's definitely filthy. I might be able to hone this. If not, I'm replacing cylinders and pistons, but I'm going to try to save it, and if I can, I'm gonna, but we'll see. So I'm checking out the size cylinders, and it's an 88 millimeter. So this could definitely be a 1776 or 1679, basically 1700. But the crank does not look original to me. I mean, I might not know exactly, but it's definitely in the 1700 range, so that's... Okay, so this is the right side head. Cleaned it up, and it's looking pretty damn good. I'm pretty jazzed about that, so this is definitely reusable, and the heads are the most expensive part. I do think the cylinders will be usable. This is number 2 over here. And I mean, it's filthy, but it's not, it doesn't look damaged. I mean, we'll find out once I hone it. That'll tell the story. I mean, they're not healthy. I wouldn't throw these in just the way they are. But anyway, 7, I don't know, it was coming up as 88 millimeter when I checked them out. At any rate, so I got half of it torn down, getting ready to tear up the other half. And then we'll go from there. I will let you know. By the way, folks, when you're setting your valves, please pay attention to the spacing on them. That's kind of silly. Luckily, I don't think this thing ran long enough to do much damage, but, you know, come on. Okay, so we're on to the left bank. I think I found the one that's seized. It's the number 3. And it looks like it's right at the edge there or something. I'm going to get that loose. I already got some... The cylinder's loose, it's just the piston's sticking. The head, it's just filthy, I'll clean it. It doesn't look damaged, really, so I'm good with that. So we're making good progress here. Okay, so cylinder number 3 was, I believe, the seized one, but not... The engine's still seized, so it's from the flywheel for sure. So I'm just saying this cylinder didn't come out so well. And it does show the most amount of scratching and stuff, and the rings are totally flattened, unlike all the other rings. The other rings look great. This one had a rough life, so number 3, not so great. So you'll notice the rings are flat on that. Number 4, one of the rings is flattened. And then the other side, everything looks pretty damn good. So I'm starting to veer towards wanting to replace the jugs and pistons. They're really inexpensive to do so, and I'm thinking that's the smart thing to do. So next, we're going to take the engine out, put it on the stand, and then I can free up the flywheel and probably have an engine that actually spins, so we can check that out. But even the number 3, it's not loose or anything, so everything's tight. Everything's in good shape. I think I could technically hone them and put them back together and call it good, but I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to get some new 88s and throw them in there and be done with it. But this is looking like a good engine so far. I still have to see what the back of it looks like. But so far, it looks very, very savable. Okay, I got my lift table here. Got all the bolts out of the engine. And I'm going to let the lift down a little bit because it's a little high. And then Might even let that, maybe I should go down a bit more under the circumstances. The problem is this engine is, or this car is so light, it's hard to lift it right off the frickin' lift, honestly. Alright. Now, we have to somehow disconnect these two. I have a feeling that there's a lot of corrosion between the block and the transmission. So this could turn into a real mess. Give me a few minutes while I do some hammering. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using a tire bar and I'm just kind of working my way around the block. I'm starting to make some movement here. I know the corrosion is really bad back there and that's what's holding it in. So I'll restart once I get this unlocked. So we're really close. I'm just going to keep prying on this thing, and I have a feeling it's very close to coming out. Alright. And this thing is in there. There we go. Alright. We're making progress now. Yeah, this is definitely what locked the motor up. It's just corrosion from the flywheel. So that's what I'm working against here. Unfortunately, she's really stuck. There we go. Yay. Come on. Man, this is pretty corroded back here. Crazy stuff. But I would rather it be at the flywheel and in the engine, which seems to be the case. There we go. She's out. So, let's see what we got here. Obviously, the clutch and the pressure plate and all that is pretty messed up. Look how the teeth were just totally locked into the corrosion. Yeah, that's not moving anymore. So yeah, that's not great. But I don't think that it's the end of the world either. So it doesn't look like it really hurt the case of the transmission very much. I mean, the throwout bearing's trashed, and I'm sure the back of this thing is probably trashed. Anyway, that took a little bit of effort. Interestingly enough, there's something holding it steady, so we'll have to play with that and see if anything's causing that. But I have a feeling a couple hammers in the right spot get it where it needs to be. So I'll put it on a engine stand and go from there. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I took the clutch off just to kind of get a better grip on this thing, and as you can see, the clutch is actually kind of stuck. There we go. The clutch was stuck to the flywheel. The clutch itself, I mean, it's really not horrible. I probably could reuse it if I wanted to. It is the kind of clutch I usually put in Volkswagens, but probably we'll go with the new one, just because of all the rust and corrosion on this poor thing. Anyway, flywheel is going to need a good cut, I would say, or something. I don't know. Something's goofy with this. So anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay, so the good news is she is locked no more. It was just, it was the flywheel for sure. Probably going to still take the flywheel off and I'm going to get new pistons, of course. So there you are. That's where I'm at. So now I got to get to work. I'm going to put this on an engine stand as soon as I get the rear flywheel off. So she's now not locked up anymore. Got all the pistons off of it. She spins nice and free. Everything's going to work out just fine on this. So I don't have to crack the block. Looks like really what I got to do is replace the pistons and the jugs, clean everything up, put in a new clutch, maybe a new flywheel at this point, and then should be good to go. That's where we're at. So, more good news. It's an 8-dowel crank, so this is definitely a 1776, and she is got all sorts of good parts in her. This flywheel might even be worth cleaning up and keeping, as much as I hate to admit it. If it was a 4-dowel, I was just going to replace the damn thing, but 8-dowel, yeah, I think she might be worth a little cleanup time and have it turned or whatever. So, that's good news. Because these are very good parts that I've been finding so far pretty much throughout the whole engine. So we're going to probably have to put in an order for a bunch of cool stuff and start cleaning up and putting it on the stand, and we can get to work and such. But yeah, I'm really liking this. This is turning out to be a beautiful thing. So I get to show off one of my homemade tools. I haven't used this part. This is a flywheel remover. I haven't used one in a while because I don't have cars that keep breaking like I used to. Like Allie, I used to be taking flywheels off all the time. But now, don't have to do that so much anymore. So, there you go. That's why I took it off. That's one of the reasons I took it off, because I knew that this was going to be pretty nasty and was going to need a cleaning, at least. The main seal seems to have held up quite well, and of course the crank looks good, but a little bit of corrosion, so we'll clean all that crap out, of course. I'm going to go through a whole case of brake clean on this thing for sure. Yep, but the flywheel doesn't look that bad. I mean, it looks savable at least. So, there you are. Just to give you a closer look at the what we got going on here. Yummy.